Alright, so I have this, I posted this on my YouTube channel, which is like a creative outlet. And then I have friends, and I um, it all kind of started out as a joke, right? And um, it's ironic that I feel like crap today because it all started with me feeling like crap at a bus stop. And I made a YouTube video about it all. Um, So, I'm sitting, when I'm not sitting, I'm waiting on this bus one day, going through an autoimmune flare. And feeling like crap, and the bus is late, and so I'm goofing off, on my camera, busting sick rhyme. Because I use humor, to cope when I'm not feeling good. And it turned into like I came home and I'm like, oh hey, I could make this, a funny rap or whatever. And I can't rap, I can't sing, and so I just laughed it off. I laughed about it, and but then it turned into something deep. Um, I started writing, and I just added more to it. I even made a video about how it turned into something long, and it just turned longer. I just hyper fixated on it again for another half hour or more. I don't know. I don't have a sense of time, but like really, like it got deep, and I want to share it. And for just a general context, okay, imagine, well, no, true story. It's the same like words I use like for the rap, you know, um, at the bus stop, and um, so through this whole thing I want to read. Oh, and it's not even finished, by the way. But anyway, through this whole thing, imagine I'm at the bus stop, right? Walking home. Okay, this is general context. But also, if you know me, you know me. So I wouldn't have to explain this. If you don't know me, here's a little bit of vague context. I'm chronically ill. I have autoimmune stuff. Um, I've gone through a lot with homelessness the past year and a half. Um, and also, I've had a traumatic brain injury, skull fracture. You see an eye squinting, trying to read that, it explains it. Um, and also, I did dig into a little deeper part of my past involving, some having to do with, 70 feet falling. Wasn't a slip, wasn't a trip. It was a trip to the hospital, but anyway, I gotta stop. But no, it turned into like a poetry, and I want to read it because I just spent, another half hour on it or whatever. So here it goes. I'm just gonna read it instead of doing a longer intro. But there's just like some context. Um, okay. I'm waiting on the bus and it's late as fuck. I want to puke and it never comes up. This nausea sucks and my back hurts like fuck. This bus needs to hurry up and pull up. My disease has got me all fucked up. My adrenal glands, are they attacking each other? Who's fighting the sickness in my veins? My cortisol levels are driving me insane. This weather is dropping like my blood pressure. It's getting kinda chilly. I think I need a sweater. Here comes the bus man, get it together. Now I'm walking home, with fatigue in my breath. My cortisol levels are about to put me to rest. I'm nearing home. I hope I make it there. Wait, this is the wrong street. I got confused but not scared. I'll find a way, like I always do. Despite the battle within, my mind is stronger, it's true. This disease got me weak at my knees, but I'll keep walking until I can't breathe. Nothing can push me down so hard that I won't get back up. I'm so hard-headed that I'll never give up. I feel so tired all the time, but I keep on moving in this illusion of time. But man, my head hurts, and I'm fatigued as fuck. It's so frustrating. Wait, let me switch this up. I keep fighting, reaching for healing. Doctor to doctor, this is how I'm feeling. Being a patient takes patience, but this time is mine. I won't let it fault me. One day I will shine. Brighter than this haze, I walk through these days, wandering about, looking for a break. Clear these clouds, O Lord, I pray. Please cast away any shade others may throw my way. I need light in these walls, in the depths of my thoughts. Sometimes it can get so dark that I get lost. I need fire to fuel my almost burnt out heart. The flame is dwindling, O Lord. I just need a spark. I trust that you'll still be there when all goes dark. But my child needs me to have that spark, so I could keep thriving and providing with love in my heart. Teach her how to have that same flame in her heart, to not become bitter when everything falls apart. Of all that I've been through, this war of disease is just a piece of a story of pain, growth, and grief. For a moment I lost myself out there on the streets, but then I found God. I found relief. I found myself. I found peace of mind. Not the one I lost, but a new one that was always mine. He was just stuck within me until there was a crack in my skull. Through a traumatic brain injury, he pushed through the wall. Broken hearted, grieving started. I was dead. He missed our child, still lost in the wild. He hit the bottle, took a couple trips to the hospital, to be spit back out into the spiral of hopelessness within. Then one day hope stepped in. Hope said, "Come over here, and let the healing begin." He buried the old me and put flowers at his grave. I walk in a dead man's shoes, and it made me brave. It made me new, broken but better, like a stitched up sweater that I wear when my blood pressure drops. A warm room grows cold, and a fever starts, that blooms into infection that never ends. My adrenal glands too distracted, my body is at war again. Years ago, I took a leap, 70 feet. I broke some ribs. I went deep into the water, and because of that, I found a good doctor who's been with me ever since. He was there all the times I fell into hell. He didn't want me to stay there. A doctor who grew to understand me well. A doctor who took time to listen and finally diagnosed me, and not just blame it on anxiety. Validate the pain I've had for years. Initiate a plan to wash away fear, and fight back at a body that has been at war with me all these years. I climbed out of hell and found God. He showed me the kind of mercy that my doctor showed me, opened my eyes to a new reality, helped me to let go of the old part of me and let go of the rage and let it be. With one eye broken, I couldn't see, but opened my other to the reality that this world is cruel, this world is dark, this world is dangerous, yet it lit a spark that turned into a fire, that grew into a flame, that arose from ashes, in which wisdom became. And then I saw hope, I saw light, I saw love in the pain. I took a deep breath and remembered to be patient again. I made it out, and here I am. It was a rough day, but here I stand, at the door to a place of my own, a place that one day my daughter will return and make it a home. I have my good days, and I have my bad. Like you can't have happy without the sad. You wouldn't understand the sun without knowing the stars. War within my flesh, my band-aids are scars. Healing isn't instant. The journey can be long. Like my doctor said, I must be patient, and he wasn't wrong. Through that patience, I learned to be strong. And, I ran out of breath like 9 minutes. But yeah, and like, it's just, it just keeps going on. And I don't know when I'm gonna stop writing it. And it's just, I have more ideas, and especially about my kid. I do have a draft part about my kid, but that's where it's at, so far. And I'm probably gonna continue it. I didn't think I would continue it with my ADHD. I tend to. I used to write more in the past, like just squeezing in here to throw this in. Like in college, I had honors in literature. I was all up in that writing stuff. I had stuff published. Um, I had a ton of books, unfinished books. I had a whole Tupperware, huge thing of books. Really into writing. Ever since I was a kid, journals. I was really articulate. Um, but it was always unfinished. Like I go 200 pages deep into a book, and a lot of it was ADHD. But I enjoyed it, and that's why I did so good in it. I guess in college and stuff. But then I kind of stopped when I had my kid because words, priorities, and I didn't really write much after that. But a couple things, and since the skull fracture, especially, reading and writing have been really hard. Like I've been working on it though, so like that's pretty freaking amazing that I wrote that much. Like it's been a struggle, but I've been working hard, and so that's cool. That like to me, I don't know if you would get it or not. Not having, the kind of issues like with your brain, and just like I've been putting effort into stuff, and that's cool to me. Like I don't know if it sounded good to you, but wow, the fact that that's progress. That's not just poetry. That's not just deep. Like it's progress, and I haven't really written in a while in general, and that's the most I've written in general with a traumatic brain injury. So like that's cool. I'm just like throwing that in there, and it's deep, and it goes full circle, and it's not even done, and that's like part three. And I've taken breaks in between, but still, and I wrote part three feeling like crap. Uh, but still, yeah, I'm just throwing that in there. So okay, just yeah. But this is keep going. It started off as a joke, and now it's just that's what it is. So all right. If you watch, oh my gosh, if you watched all this, cool. I almost said congratulations. I don't know why, but I mean, if you did, nice. I spent a lot of time on it. I like it. Maybe I'm biased, but like, I put a lot of thought into that. Like, it's all hindsight. Like, you know. All right, bye.